What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience on my self-improvement journey. When I was younger, before my self-improvement journey, I was just like any other kid. I tried plenty of sports and I played a lot of video games, and I had a regular sized group of friends that I spent my time with. The only thing which I excelled in was my studies, which I still do, but I think it's primarily because of the way my parents raised me, since focusing on my grades in school and working hard in my academics was something I was always encouraged to prioritize. But aside from that, I lived a pretty normal early childhood, and I'm still only 16, so I have plenty of time to figure everything out while still self-improving. Anyways, let's get into my self-improvement story. It all started when I was 14 at the start of the COVID pandemic. When lockdown first began, I just sat around and I indulged in instant gratification all day, every day, like everybody else did during that time. After a few weeks, however, I realized I had all this time off from school and I wanted to see if there was anything I could do to better myself. And so I started watching self-improvement channels, particularly for my appearance and hygiene, from channels such as Teaching Men's Fashion and Alex Costa. If you guys really want to level up your appearance and overall style and how you look, I would definitely suggest you guys go check them out. Initially, I just watched their videos for looks so that I could come back from lockdown looking better. But then I watched this video and it just flipped a switch in me. If I want to self-improve, why not improve more than just my appearance? What if I started reading, working out, or just generally working harder in every area of my life? Where would it take me? And would I come back from lockdown completely unrecognizable? These thoughts controlled my mind and they just bombarded me the whole time during the summer of 2020. This is when I started working out and I entered like a hustling mindset from mid to end of 2020. Now, I do wish I did invest more time and effort into other areas and pillars of self-improvement, such as my mental health and relationships with other people. But I was younger and I was newer to self-improvement, so it would be pretty unreasonable for younger Ayush to all of a sudden just drop all the bad habits and start all the good habits. Regardless though, I'm still very grateful that I started working out during that time, as I've made major progress now and I still do work out. Following that, I stayed pretty neutral in self-improvement. I just did workouts and I occasionally went for runs and did cold showers. Unfortunately though, I still had many bad habits. I played a lot of video games, I had a huge screen time on my phone, and my diet was pretty poor. These bad habits eventually compounded until I hit the horrible self-improvement depression in the winter of 2021, just over a year ago. The self-improvement depression summarized is really just when you're shown all the good habits and how they can change your life, but you don't actually do them. Knowing that you can change your life, but you don't take any action to do so, is a pretty depressing place to be. I was like that when I was first exposed to the other pillars of self-improvement in late 2021, and when I was exposed to them, I didn't do anything about it, and so I suffered the consequences. If you want a better explanation of this, you can go on this channel and go to my previous video just before this one, and it's called the self-improvement trap. Anyways, I pushed through last winter with the anticipation of a fun-filled summer. Literally, I told myself, just get through the winter and summer is going to be so much fun. That was literally my only motivation to get through the winter, and I'm so glad that I did get through it fine. When the warmer weather of spring came around, I knew I had to focus on all aspects of self-improvement, especially my mental health, so I didn't hit another depression like that in the following winter, which is coming up right now. But I assure you, I've taken the steps needed and I'll be fine this winter. And so anyways, in the spring, I started meditating, I started going outside more, I spent more time with friends, I was journaling, and overall, I was just improving my general mental health. And I was also not procrastinating my schoolwork so that I wasn't feeling stressed by school. This is when things got so much better for me and self-improvement became much more fun. It's hard at first, but once you get the ball rolling, it gets a lot easier and much more enjoyable. That statement is very true when it comes to self-improvement. Eventually, I got the ball rolling to the point that I figured I could teach this type of stuff, and so I started this YouTube channel. Now, I do several good habits every day and I do really enjoy them. And I've also quit many of my bad habits. I don't play video games anymore. I try to eat pretty clean, and my next bad habit that I'm going to try to tackle is my screen time. I'm working harder in school, on my YouTube channel, and in fitness than ever before. In fact, me and some of my friends at school are planning on starting a self-improvement club, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. But generally speaking, my intent with the self-improvement channel is that when I look at today's society as a whole, I see a major problem with the young men. These men are so unmotivated and lazy, and they feel unpurposeful. And the goal of my YouTube channel is to help these men to ensure that they work hard and they achieve their goals and they find and pursue their inner purposes so that this tragic graph doesn't keep going up. Me being a guy who is developing himself from this lazy and arrogant kid into hopefully someday the man that I want to be, I know I have a great understanding of this process. And so, while anyone can self-improve, I want to primarily help this contingent of guys become men of substance and live righteous lives. In general, I hope to not only push myself, but push others to pursue their purposes and work hard. Anyways, that's my self-improvement story, and it will continue to go for years and decades into the future. So that's the end of today's video. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.